Hello and welcome back to everyone. Pranav, how is it going? I know that the situation in Middle East where you are near Dubai, it isn't really that great. So are you guys all staying safe? Are you guys all okay? What's the scenario like over there?
Yeah, Dubai is pretty safe. Hi, Kamalika. Hi, everybody. And welcome to episode 4 of our second season. Dubai has been doing well in terms of the safety factor. It's considered as a neutral ground, so there's lower risk over here. But of course, we hate the fact that there's another war-like situation or
Yeah.
war situation in some part of the world. And I think there's no winners. We both agree that there's no winners when it comes to war, right? So the loser is humanity, and I think we can get out of it
Yeah,
as soon as possible.
true.
But we've been busy in Dubai with a lot of events. October to March is
Okay.
sort of the event season. So I've been doing a lot of AI, sustainability, of course, always blockchain and crypto events. And a lot of people are in Dubai.
So talking about events, there's like this new way or a new form of entertainment, if you will. It's just called Spear. Very cryptic a word, but yeah, what do you know about the Spear?
Yeah. The Sphere is amazing. I think it's going to redefine how entertainment venues are built. We all know the iconic Madison Square Garden in New York
Yeah.
is supposed to be one of the go-to venues for every artist. So the same guys have built what is called as the Sphere in Las Vegas at a cost of 2.3 billion. Just to give a
Is it
few
anything
stats.
like the Simpsons Spear by any chance? I hope not.
No, it's not. It's not. It's more about it's a 100% LED dome, both on the inside and the outside. It's got 600, almost 600,000 square foot of LEDs, and it can seat about 18,000 plus people. So U2 performed there last week, and I think it's going to be mind blowing. I can't wait to go to Vegas and see this pier in
Yeah, I saw there
person.
was Katy Perry, there was Lady Gaga, all of them were there in that lineup. But what really creeped me out was that outside where it kind of reminded me of the Eye of Sauron from Lord of the Rings. I'm sorry for that.
I know. It does look out of space, out of place, and especially in a place like Vegas where the buildings are anyway super unique. But I think
Yeah.
if there is any place that can give the Sphere a competition is our part of the world, where Dubai, Saudi might probably end up doing
Ah,
something similar in the next
true.
year or so. Let's wait and
But
watch.
tell me something about the numbers because if even if something like so Saudi generally are very known for their business prudence. So tell me about some of the numbers that are there behind Spear. Like what does it how are they making
Yeah,
money over
so
there?
like I said, it's been built at a cost of $2.3 billion. It's got 580,000 square foot of LEDs. It's got a seating capacity of 18,600. It's charging $450,000 for 1 day of advertising, which, to give you a benchmark, the world's most costliest advertising is the
The
Super
Super
Bowl
Bowls.
halftime
Yeah.
was over $1 million. The Spear is doing it at 450K a day. So and that's a local market, right? It's only Vegas, obviously.
And you
So
have like
it,
millions of LEDs where all your ads will play throughout the day.
exactly. So I think
Wow.
it reminds me of the Burj Khalifa, which is also like a big screen, and it's a
Yeah.
130-story tall building, right? So it's amazing. I think these venues and these architectural wonders are truly pushing the future and bringing us closer to the future.
That's true. By the way, talking about the future, there is something very interesting going on with the future of fintechs in India. I don't know if you've heard, but Slice is now all set to become a bank. They've just merged with Northeast Small Finance Bank, and it's like a really interesting. I mean, a lot of people in the Indian fintech ecosystem are claiming that this will actually set like a roadmap up for fintech companies in the future as well.
It's interesting, right? Because after Bharat Pay, these guys are the only ones who've now got approval to merge. And I want to know
Yeah,
your sort of insight on why do you think this is the case? Because I know several people tried in the last 2 3 years, including
yeah.
Navi by Sachin Bansal. So I don't know what's going on.
So the Bharat Pay deal was slightly different because Bharat Pay tied up with Centrum and Centrum as an NBFC was there for a very long time.
True.
But that aside, also, I think the reason why Slice easily got that approval from RBI to merge with. So two things first. One, Slice already had 5% stake in Northeastern Finance Small Finance Bank. They got like a 5% stake way back in March of this year. And two, Northeast Small Finance Bank is a small finance bank, and they were not really doing well in the last. If you see their balance sheet, they've been holding up a lot of losses. Their NPS were going up. Their tier one capital, which you should ideally at least have 7.5% of it, from a peak of 20%, 24% that they had, it's come down to 2% now. So they
Oh
really
wow.
needed to be bailed out. And RBI didn't really have another option. Small Finance Bank is RBI's way of bringing about financial inclusion in remote or rural locations. So, if they had not approved the slice merger to go through, they would have eventually probably had to have forced one of our PSU public sector banks to come up and kind of acquire small Northeast Small Finance Bank at of like further down the line when the bank would have been struggling a lot more. So this deal was like a win-win for both RBI as well as for Slice, because Slice, as you know, their prepaid they previously had like credit lines on their prepaid cards, and all
Right.
of these prepaid cards were like co-branded cards and all of that. And then overnight, that all changed with the RBI's directive. So they got a PPI license and all of that, and they started venturing into term loans and stuff like that, which was not really that profitable for them. Now that they have a bank license, they can also start issuing credit cards using that same underwriting technique that they had for their credit
Ah,
lines.
that makes a lot of sense. So actually, this is a great sort of, I think, overall direction where fintechs come and merge on the banking side.
Absolutely.
And I think one sort of solutioning can really be interesting to see in the future for India, where we've got so
Absolutely.
much card penetration to be done and so much credit penetration to be done
So
that I think
this is
fintechs can
becoming like a wait and watch game now for the Indian fintech ecosystem.
totally, yeah. I think it's a wait and watch for the larger markets as well, right? If you look at our indices, both the Nifty in India, Nasdaq in the US, Bitcoin in crypto, some of the largest markets are off their peak from the July, August, September
Yes.
mini rally. And this was on the back of the Fed, the US Fed, hiking its interest rates and pausing the hike of its interest rates. And now with the US Fed again saying that they're likely to hike them, everybody's
Hmm.
gone into a wait and watch mode. I think 2024 is going to be very, very interesting. There's elections in India, there's elections in
Yeah.
America,
Yeah.
and we are going to see a lot of pressure on these two governments who want to be re-elected. So
Yeah.
the Fed, which has only 3 months this year, and they typically won't raise interest rates in December when it's festive season. So they only have
Aha.
October and November to sort of decide how they want to play this.
Oh,
And
interesting.
it's always a balancing game, right? You don't want to increase, but it's heated up so much with interest rates at 5+%, with the job market still being very high, very good, and the overall inflation still being high enough. So there's
Yeah.
going to be a very interesting space and very interesting period now for the next 3 to 6 months.
It is, and I just hope that things with the war and all of that, we get to a better place economically, financially, as well as socially. So that's about all that I would wish for to 2024.
I know on that note, I think great episode, super important topics and super varied, like from spear to slice to markets. I think this was a great roundup of this last week, and we look forward. Thank you all for your support. Please like, subscribe, and share our content. Let us know in the comments if you want us to talk about something specifically. Thanks a lot, Kamalika, once again. Pleasure talking to you.
Absolutely, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Thank you. Take care, guys. Bye.